Are you ready? Yep. Do a quick sound test for me.
Test. Sound. All right. Are you ready to roll?
One
Oh.
And roll.
All right. All right.
10 seconds.
Go.
Set up just a little bit more. Okay, cool.
All right, let's do this. All right. Hello, comic book fans. We're back after taking a month hiatus. We're covering state championships for sports. Congratulations again to Mount Carmel and Loyal Sock basketball programs. But here we are to talk comic books. So I'm your host, Brett Crosley for North Central PA, and here we go. Got my notes and everything. The first comic we're going to be talking about is one that I have mentioned before. Alien has officially made the jump to Marvel Comics. The first issue landed this month, and I couldn't be happier. I don't want to give too much away off of this comic book. I love where the direction's headed. Open the page, read the first page, and look at the illustration, and you'll get a really good idea of what direction Marvel's going to take this series. It's really exciting to see this come over to Marvel, and I think they really handled Alien arriving in their family well. The next up comic we're going to talk about is video game comic book, which we know we do a lot. Sorry, should I start that over again? Okay. The next comic book we're going to talk about is based on a video game, which we do a lot here. This is the new God of War comic book that Dark Horse has launched. This is actually a really exciting one for God of War fans because this is going to bridge the gap between the PlayStation 3 games that went 1 through 3 and the PlayStation 4 game that was kind of a standalone for that system. Here we go. So this is going to fill in the cracks of what brought Kratos over to Norse mythology. And don't worry, in the first issue, we get to figure out where the beard came from Kratos. It's one of the first things they answer, and for me personally, I was very excited to see that. The next and final comic we're going to talk about is a bittersweet one. Scream is back. Scream has her own comic for the King in Black tie-in. It's done by Clay Chapman, who I really like, and I've mentioned before on this channel. It's a really good comic, but it's bittersweet because it's a one-off. It's one deal. We get to see Andy Benton come back as Scream for this one comic. She has an interaction with Nolan that surprisingly goes really well for her, but it's a one-shot deal. Read it, have fun, love it, but that's all we're going to see of Scream for now. The next thing on my notes we're going to talk about, just for my extra, is we talk about video games a lot on here, and I wanted to kind of give my recommendation after talking about Miles Morales and the PlayStation 5 game. This month's recommendation is a game that I've started picking up called Demon Souls, and I'm about 200 hours into it. I've had it for about 2 months, so I've dedicated a lot of time to it, and I highly recommend the game, but I'm also going to give you a warning. It is crazy difficult, really frustrating, and a lot of fun at the same time. So those are the recommendations for the month. Go get yourself Aliens. Do yourself the favor and get that. Video game fans, fill in the God of War story, and then go get Scream. And if you have a PS5, get Demon Souls. The last thing I want to talk about is on August 14th this year, they're going to be celebrating the 20th anniversary of Free Comic Book Day. And Isle of Comics over in South Williamsport is my comic book shop. I go there once a week. I know all the staff. I love everybody there. And I really would like if you guys would reach out and get the t-shirts that they're selling. And there should be an ad somewhere on the screen about now. But if you guys would like to pick those up, they're made by a local artist, and it is a really cool thing to help support such a cool program. Lastly, I'm going to give you what I'm reading, and then we'll just go from there. So number one, King in Black #5. The King in Black series is finally finished, and we are going to talk about it next month. I just kind of wanted to get everything wrapped up. Venom 200, which sadly means Venom is going to come to an end, at least with Donny Cates, and that's a very sad thing, but also a good thing because now we get the whole complete story and the direction you wanted to take it. #3 is Deadpool Nerdy at 30. Deadpool, awesome. And the last one is Go Read Alien #1. I can't recommend this enough for you, and check it out. So that's the comic book column for this month. We'll have recommendations next month. And as always, hit me up at NorthcentralPA.com if you have any recommendations or anything video game, comic book wise you want to talk about. Thank you.
Sweet.
Where were we at?
Sorry, can you do the last bit again because I didn't put your thing up fast enough.
Oh, the free.
You can, like as always, you can email me at.
Oh yeah. Does it come across the bottom? Because I always like doing that when you're like, email me here.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just didn't put there in time.
Okay. Right, I know I'm not going to say it as well, but all right. And as always, make sure to email your recommendations for comics. And if you want to talk video games, my email is right here. It should be right here, brettc@NorthcentralPA.com. Hit me up. We can talk shop, or maybe we can see each other at the shop. Thank you.
Great.
Awesome.
Yeah, that'll run just about 5 minutes. So.
Yes, I'm so happy to stay within that.
Yeah.
I feel like that's such a good time frame.
Definitely.
Awesome.
Sweet.
And I'll go off script really quick. I hope that works.
I like that though. I do.
I almost feel like it would bother me to have. I mean, sometimes like to see the script